One of the ways that we've actually been able to increase our live animal outcome rate is through a very proactive lost and found program. One of the primary methods or primary tools that we use are microchips. These are small little devices. They're about the size of a grain of rice. They're injected under the skin of an animal's back right up between the shoulder blades and can be scanned at a veterinary office or at a shelter, and we get a unique identifier number similar to a serial number that then can be researched in a database registry, and then it gives us the information on the animal's owner, their phone number, and their address, so that once that animal comes in our hands, we can pretty much immediately find out where it lives and get it back home very quickly. So we are very active on Craigslist. We have a number of staff that frequently review Craigslist postings and look for animals which are noticed on there as having been lost or found, and try and match those up with the ones that have been reported to our office or that our officers have picked up as well, and see if we can't cross-reference and match those up that way. We've been making increasing use of our web page, which features all the animals that are in our shelter as well as those that are reported to us as having been found by the public. So an animal owner looking for a lost pet can go onto our website and they'll see generally a photograph of the animals in our shelter as well as a description of the animal, when it came in, and the location where it got picked up. Hopefully that helps them identify and match themselves back up with their pets quicker. In addition to the website, which updates several times a day, we've actually begun relying even more heavily on Twitter and using a Twitter feed which sends out a real-time alert to anybody that subscribes to @SlowLostPets on Twitter. Once it's found, it'll give them a description of the animal, where it came in from, the time, and general information that they can then use to hopefully identify something that sounds like their pet. So as they're out walking around the neighborhood looking for their lost dog, they might actually get a tweet which identifies there's a very similar looking dog that was reported as found by a neighbor 2 streets over. And they can call us and we'll match them up and make sure the dog gets home quicker. So in order to try and decrease the number that come into the shelters, the officers are very active in trying to reunite animals in the field once we pick them up. We have a couple of different ways that they do that. They actually carry a microchip scanner in their trucks, so as soon as they put hands on an animal, it gets scanned and we check for a microchip there. If they do find one, they can radio that information into our office, and we then research it with the chip company to identify the owner and where the animal lives, hopefully being able to return that animal in a matter of minutes to its owner once we find it. When you call into our office and report that your animal has been lost, we take that information in here and keep it on file and share it with our kennel and our shelter staff. But additionally, it gets radio dispatched out to our officers with a request that they be on the lookout for those animals, and that they have a description of animals in their area where they're patrolling every day that have been reported as lost. So Animal Services is very happy with the increase in the live animal outcome rate that we experienced in 2014, and we're hoping that through continued efforts of our staff, our volunteers, and the members of the public, that we'll be able to keep that success rate high.